Hey, welcome back to my channel. So can you believe that it's about to be 2024? This year has gone by so super fast. Either way, this video is going to be all about how to supercharge your notary business for the 2024 so it can be bigger and better than you ever thought. Go ahead, grab your wine, your cocoa, your coffee, whatever it is. Let's get into it. Okay, first things first. Let's talk business planning and setting some goals. Setting goals is like setting up a roadmap to success. You write it out, draw it out, and you know where you're going. The key is to be specific, relevant, and actually come up with goals that are achievable. Don't come up with something that you know for a fact within this year you can't do. Come up with goals that can be done this year so you have something to work towards. For example, come up with specific financial targets, things like expanding your client base. Those things you actually can work on. You can see numbers, you can measure your outcome. And that's something you can actually work on throughout the entire year. Another thing that you can set a goal for is improving your online presence. Meaning you need to be everywhere. Not just on one site, not here and there, but consistently. This is something you can work towards. Let's talk about marketing strategies. And that's ultimately going to attract more people to your business. What makes your business better than the next one? So why should somebody stop scrolling when they get to your name instead of keep going to the next person? First thing you want to do is update your website. So you want to update like those keywords. Put in all the keywords that have like 24-hour notary, notary near me, cheap notaries, like anything that you think a person would put in there when they're looking for notary services. Divorce notary, child support notary, elderly will, power of attorney notary. All of those things that need to be somewhere in there. You want to make sure that you have your reviews. And so even if you have reviews, you need to keep them updated. Meaning, don't let your last review be from 6 months ago. People pay attention to that. So every couple of months, even if you're not doing it all the time, get you some new reviews. So in the reviews, it'll say 2 weeks ago or a month ago. It'll tell people how old that review is. So that lets them know that you're still working and they can still call you. And you definitely want to update those pictures on your business page because Google pays attention to that. It's like an algorithm. So the more you give it, the more it remembers you and it feeds your information to the public. And then you want to make sure that your presence on social media is big. So you want to be making videos for your reels, for your shorts, for your TikTok, for your all of that short form content. You need to give information. So like tell them the type of IDs that they can use in order to get papers notarized. Let them know about witnesses. Let them know about the power of a will, the power of a power of attorney, what it does. This. So you want to give them information that they don't have. So when they need a notary, you're going to be right here. They're going to be thinking about you because all they hear is you always talking about notary this and notary that, right? So they don't have to call notary near me or look up notary near me. They see you all over social media, so they're going to call you, right? Something else you can offer them far as knowledge and teaching them, you can tell them where they can go at to customize a will, a power of attorney, like LegalZoom. It's a lot of different websites they can go to. Do your research, find out which ones are good and they're not really expensive. And tell your audience about it. Let them know, hey, you want to do a customized will? You can go here for this price and there for that price. So ultimately, you're providing information. And when they do that and they need that paper notarized, who do you think they're going to call? Now let's talk about customer service and client retention. Huge. You want to have awesome customer service because a happy customer is a customer that's coming back, right? You're going to be able to keep people if you give good service, you're happy, you're upbeat, you show them that they're important to you. You appreciate their business, right? At the top of the list is answering your phone. I tell you all the time, the number one complaint for most notaries is we don't answer our phone. Answer your phone. Even if you can't answer it, if you're working or something, send a message right after that just to let them know, hey, I'm available. How may I help you? Because you can just reroute that time period for when you get off work. So just always remember that. Answer your phone whenever you can. It's very, very important. That's going to mean the difference between them dealing with you and somebody else. I got that I want to say yesterday I did an appointment and the guy said he messaged me and he messaged another notary at the same time. And not only did I call, but before that other notary even responded, I had already showed up. So he was happy that I did that and he gave me a great tip. So believe me, it pays off. It definitely does. Something else is responding to your messages. When I say that, I mean, first your text messages on your cell phone, right? Somebody texts you. You want to text them back as soon as possible so that you'll let them know that they're important and you can answer their questions. And you need to already have your little message saved so you can just click a button and it'll automatically send your key questions, which should be where you're located, how many documents, and what type of documents, right? So you want to have that saved, send it to them real quick. And they'll respond back. You'll let them know when you're available. And then you can set up your appointment, right? Another thing is your messages with Google My Business. So on Google, it depends on how your site is set up. But most of the sites let the customers send a message to you. Now, when they send that message, you're on a time period. Because whether you know it or not, Google times you. So it will write on your website how long it took for you to respond, right? You didn't even know that probably. I didn't know that for a while, but it's actually listed. It says usually responds within 5 minutes or 10 minutes or 30 minutes or 2 hours. And so once I find that out, I move different, right? Because I didn't know. I just thought that, whenever I respond is when I respond. No, because think about it like this. If you had an important document needed to be notarized and you looked on somebody's website and it says they usually take a day, 24 hours to respond, or 6 hours, are you going to message them or are you going to keep scrolling? You're going to keep scrolling, right? Exactly. So don't let that take people away from your website. You want to make sure, and being that you didn't know and now you know, let me tell you how you can fix it. Have maybe 2 or 3 of your friends message you on your page and respond back to them quickly. And that will kind of wake Google up and say, hey, they're responding faster. So then it'll update your time that you have. So if your time period is like 6 hours, now it's going to look a lot better with like you responding in the next minute. So that's just a little tip. And how I know it worked? Because I did it. When I didn't know no better, I didn't know it was timing me. And so I just kind of took my time. But when I found out, I figured out how to fix it. Another great tip is to implement a loyalty program. So like if a person refers somebody to you, they will get like 20% off. That person will get 10% off, something like that. Whatever your percentage is. If a person uses you 4 times, on that 5th time, they get free travel. Like come up with whatever it is that is going to make it feel like they're getting a deal. Everybody love a good deal. So you can say something like, if they refer somebody, their next appointment is going to be half off, or they don't have to pay for whatever it is. So you just got to come up with whatever your deal is and post it. Let everybody know about it. So when somebody wants to get something notarized, they're going to say, oh, remember that one notary is running a special? See? Alrighty, well, thanks for coming by my channel. And if you got anything out of this, like, share, and subscribe. And remember, results when it comes to notary is about putting in hard work. So you put that work in, and I promise you, you'll get it back. You sure will. Happy signing.